unnecessary complication of those rules. If those rules are simple, are good, I would like to say that we need to identify what the real problems, not the rules themselves, but unnecessary complexity. So I think to conclude that we could take this as an advantage, but we need to see where is the space for improvement. And definitely it's on the side of simplification of rules, and as someone said, that it is not the goal to make it's not the goal to make things harder for the ones who want to work, because the people who want to cheat. So let's make it simple.
I would just like to just give everybody one example to think about why it's so difficult. And it's the system that in all of Europe you have official registration of address. You have a lot of in Germany, it's and this is completely through the entire Europe. In Australia, we don't have that. It just doesn't exist. You just can go wherever you want and tell the bank your address, they give you a piece of paper with your address on your phone. And the whole system functions without it. And the proof is, and in the US it's the same, you don't have the system. So it's clear that the system can function without that. But now I challenge anyone to try to change the system. So the entire system is built on this, and the system would in principle collapse if you say, okay, we'll stop having registered addresses. And that's my point is that you have to also understand what's realistic. So the reform can only be done realistic. I would love to see somebody come up with a plan to eliminate the registration of addresses. It's just not possible. And it's also not necessary. So you have to live with it and cope with it as best you can.
And make it simple for us.
Okay,
but I've been more focused on local operation, because we are more like focus on this workshop with collaboration academy industry, where I see the burden. So I agree with all this with the general, like high level. So Europe prepares the values, I agree, and I support these values, and it's like Europe more than US.
Because I wanted to ask if we could agree that we want rules, human-centered rules, but we would like to have more linear.
Yes.
And linear, so I think, what do you think, Paolo? You also agree on this? So at least on this point we have kind of consensus. So, and this is for you, the bosses.
But this is history, for example.
We want the linear rules.
But you know, the European data we have asked, they then imagine this in shuttle. So it's a history.
No, but that's radical. That is true. But what
Is it really?
But it's true.
No, but what David was saying before is that on the continent, the state that is organized in such a way, on the European continent, the state is organized in such a way that it assumes that you are cheating. And so, one. Second, somehow the rules try to force you to do the right things by rules. And I think we could impose it, but I'm not a panelist, so just a moderator. So I was just asking if a good compromise would be legal rules. Ivan, sorry, you want to move to Croatia?
Yeah. They are the same things in Croatia. Okay. Things that I think we are really over-regulated, and but okay, I agree with this high level about the values, but the problem is implementation, low-level implementation. For example, you go with European structural funds. A lot of I participated in about 10 projects so far, and for example, Horizon project, FP7, Horizon, 2020, Horizon, always simple. And one project manager could run up to 5 projects. Or here it's opposite. If you have one project, bigger project, you pay such a fund, sometimes one project manager is not enough. That means really in some, let's say, units of ZNS, 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 we found asking for a fund here. So that's really, you feel that they treat you as a thief. It's really upsetting and humiliating. And I must say that let's say equipment, probably what we're buying from these projects, and we pay at least 10% more than if there is no public procurement at all. Because that's our money. But we need to go, okay, Croatia is a small country. There's not enough those that offer you like equipment. Then you will buy some very often many different small equipment from many different providers, and then it's then let's say overhead or that margin is 30% or something like to offer you. And then you need to find a friend to ask him, train him to give you offer, but that's to get the offer. And then you pay everything much more expensive. Just for let's say my FP7 project, we bought €1 million for few months. It's now impossible. But before we joined European Union, it was possible. I think in 3-4 months we bought. But how I did at that time, Croatian language was not official language in the EU. We could maybe it in English. We all in Russia and also in English, and then a company from Canada and a company from Spain offered us 30 million. But let's say the company from Asia was 40% more expensive. That's our limitation here. And then if you have you work with the company and then our government, two agencies like SAFO, famous SAFO, this they are killing us. I'm always upset about this. For €10, you spend, we, SAFO, and your partner spend €10,000 to fix post errors of €10. This is incredible. I think if then we are asking us why we do not have enough agriculture, food, everything. No one is working. Everyone is working SAFO and such agencies. And then we have consultancy. So structural funds. If we count, please let me finish. If we count all people that get, please, just this, if you count the salaries of all people that manage European funds at government level, at municipality level, all this, cities, and faculty. This faculty is having more than double administration before. Count all this, I think all surplus that we get more is just goes to their salaries. So I'm also asking myself, do we have any profit on European structural funds? Because if we fund from our government fund from their budget, and this means these thousands of people, a lot of consultants, all this, maybe do some work that is productive. Will really help this society. That is my big worry about this. So over-regulation, but at low level, that's terrible. No problem with these rules, values, everything is okay. But if I'm cheating, please put me in jail and fine. But not okay. Anyway, do you think that we have more than services or people that managing projects in Croatia? This surplus. No. Structural funds, all these funds. From Vukovar to Dubrovnik, how many people are managing projects that they do not work any productive how the checking are Excel files.
This all comes from this
Excel files. That's the
mention. This general opinion that everybody will cheat. This special information, this level of trust among institutions, also among people, are the lowest in Europe. Some of the lowest. There are some of these investigations are false opinion, and people don't trust institutions. And that's why also institutions don't trust other institutions. And that's why we are writing so many letters, we need stamps, we need SAFO, we have to share everything. That's why. And our regulations for EU funds are even more complicated than